He tried to block it, but Annie came out. Annie didn't even notice the hole. Instead, she teased Mike about his loose belt. So Mike turned around and tightened his belt. Mike and Annie ate together. What Mike didn't expect. Annie was not only beautiful, but she was also a good cook. Mike returned home. He thought about Annie's invitation to come back again. He felt like he was dreaming. And that's how Mike got motivated for the future. When Mike had time, he peeked at Annie. Then he ate with Annie every day. Mike wouldn't go to sleep until he saw Annie sleeping, but eating Annie's cooking every day. It made Mike feel a little inferior. One day, Mike asked Annie about him. "He's a hobo. Why do you want to hang out with me?" But Annie didn't care and said, "You're doing something by having dinner with me." And that made Mike afraid they'd end it suddenly. But Annie heard him and said, "We're so close that we could break. Isn't it better this way?" When he saw Annie say that, Mike was ashamed of himself for peeking. So Mike plugged up the little hole. But Mike obviously didn't know what Annie was really up to. And something terrible was about to happen that night, because Mike heard Annie coming home. He couldn't help but peek in. And then something strange happened. Annie was in the house wearing a raincoat, and she brought a man with her. Mike panicked. He thought the man was Annie's boyfriend.